firstly, a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining today at Kwala's webinar. Myself, Sahil Patil. I am the blockchain developer and relations engineer at Kwala. And along with me, we have Chirag Agarwal, who is one of the senior engineers behind Kwala. So we will be your hosts for today. And the topic we have today is how to upskill in blockchain Web3 using automation. So as I've been in this developer relations field for almost a year now in blockchain Web3, and I myself come from a technical background. I am myself a developer. So when I interact with a lot of developers at hackathons, meetups, and students in colleges where, like between the tech talks and all, they ask me various questions. But one of the questions they ask frequently is how to upskill, especially in this current market where everything is so fast, everything is so competitive. Because it's like going in the market is kind of challenging. Plus, sustaining in the market is more challenging. So these are the questions I frequently get from devs, especially students and already the freshers who want to upskill. So because of this, we have decided to keep this webinar. So I guess some of you had already attended some of our previous webinars on Kwala. So today we have our next webinar on the topic how to upskill in Web3 using automations. So I'll just start with presenting my screen. Yeah. So this is a presentation for the day. Chirag sir, can you just confirm it's visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. So let's begin. So the topic for today is how to upskill in blockchain with Web3 automation and how Kwala plays a very vital role in this, how Kwala is a one solution for all your upskilling Web3 automation problems. So let's get started. So before we get started, let's follow some basic etiquettes so that you guys can make the best out of the session. Kindly keep your mic on mute, and also please don't try to mute the speakers because we faced that a couple of times. So like throughout the session, whatever questions you come across, whatever doubts, queries you have, kindly put them in the chat. We will address all of those at the end. We will be having a separate AMA session scheduled at the end of the webinar. And use the chat for quick interactions throughout the session. You can share your profiles, you can share your LinkedIn, Twitter, or GitHub with rest of the attendees, interact. But keep that in the chat itself. Do not unmute yourself and try to create a small chaos. And stay engaged, experiment along. I would highly recommend you guys because we will be giving a live demo session to build and deploy in Web3 using Kwala. You guys are happily invited to tag along with us. You can simply as we will be sharing a screen and giving the demo, you guys can simply follow the steps and you can take them further. Like you can parallelly build with us. So these are the basic etiquettes. Let's stick to them and let's get started. Yeah. So big announcements from Team Kwala. So as you all can see, we had our own previous hacker house, Kwala Hacker House, on 27th of September in Delhi NCR, in our very own Noida office, which was a huge success. We had many developers who came in person to build in Web3 using Kwala, to integrate Kwala in their products, projects. And to celebrate that, we have upcome with 2 more hackathons. One will be online through Dora Hacks. The Dora Hacks hackathon is already live. As you can see, it got live on 6th of September and it is ongoing till 7th of November. So you have a 2 months long duration to build on Kwala and submit our projects. So surely check it out. Our teams will be sharing the links to the same as well in the chat. And plus, to celebrate our previous in-person Hacker House success, we have come up with our second in-person hackathon on 1st of November in our very own Delhi NCR Noida office. Even the details for the same will be shared by the team in the chat. So do register and hack at our hacker houses to learn, to grow, to build, to showcase your skills, and eventually, this is something very essential in today's world. Like you need to have some hackathon experiences for many companies to provide you job opportunities and all. So do consider this. And we are also giving away Sepolia testnet free credits. We are giving away 1 Sepolia ETH. So there's a basic kind of bounty, you can say, to claim it. It's on Discord. Even the Discord channel link will be shared. How to claim and all of the steps are very simple. You need to make simple tweets and all. and that's it. Like we will credit one whole Sepolia ETH for you in your wallet to test and run your Ethereum smart contracts, already smart contracts, deploy them, everything for EVM compatible chains. So these are the huge announcements we have. Now let's get started. Yeah, so let's circle back to the main agenda for today, how to upskill in blockchain with Web3 automations, the next wave of blockchain careers. So as we all know, we all are living in the AI era where anything and everything around us is completely automated. There is not a single device around around us which is not automated or doesn't have any automation commands or features or any automation actions which automatically it performs instead of us manually performing it. Right? We all are surrounded by it. So how can we use this to implement in blockchain and Web3, and how we can use this as a skill to upskill and showcase our bright future in blockchain and Web3 as well. So these are some statistics researched by my very own team. So proud of my team. So the Web3 space today, the current market has a 30% job growth year on year, and it's increasing. It's tremendously increasing. Many of you, the audience, I assume, have some basic knowledge of blockchain, because as the topic suggests, how to upskill, which basically means you have some basic knowledge and you want to further upskill. You want to develop those skills. So I assume as you are from as you know the basics of blockchain, or you're from tech background, you know how much the blockchain Web3 market is growing, how much the automation is pushing that market to grow. There are protocols chains coming up every single day throughout the world, throughout the tech market. Recently, even like I'm from Maharashtra, so even Maharashtra government recently declared that they are coming up with asset tokenization for properties. So again, these all things are globally happening. They are boosting the blockchain and Web3 market, and it's really huge to be a part of this tech domain. Then we have 68% of enterprises are experimenting with workflow automation, which is obvious. We are living the AI era. We don't want to manually do everything again and again. No. We want the frequent steps. We want the steps which we do manually again and again need to be automated. It's time consuming. It's again like it's kind of boredom after a point doing the same steps again and again. Why not automate it? Simply automate the steps. Simply the automation will take care of your steps, deploy them for you, manage them for you, and so on. Like it's a very it's kind of a savior for current tech market. Then as you all can see, the top 3 most in demand skills which we have today are automation, smart contracts. Again, I'm assuming smart contract, most of the audience must be knowing what are smart contracts, how they are built, how they are deployed, how they function. And API is the core of development. Like data is all data fetching, all everything runs on APIs. So we will be stretching about automation in today's webinar as we continue along. And why Kwala is a must and a go-to option for your automation requirements. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah. So here we basically have 5 steps curated by my team. Again, great job team. So these are the 5 steps which you can follow to land a huge opportunity in blockchain Web3, just by polishing your automation skills or adapting to the latest automation trends and technologies. So as the first step suggests, adopt an automation first mindset. So you need to study the market. You need to study and understand that people are building because they have that mindset. People are automating their projects, their products, because of the mindset that I don't need to manually do these things again and again. Simply, I will automate them. Simply, I will let my automation tool or my automation features take control of it. I don't need to physically manually manage those things. So prepare a mindset to get started with this, that automation is here to support me. Automation is my right hand. Automation is the backbone of my project. So once you have that mindset, it's all good to go. Like it's the first step. Then once you've decided that you will automate your projects, your products, explore the tools which are in the market, how these tools, study them, make sure that these tools are compatible to your products, compatible to your projects, how these tools can make it more efficient, make it more scalable. Explore these tools. We have QuickNode, Alchemy, Chainlink, and of course we have our very own automation Web3 tool Kwala, which we will be discussing more. Then deploy faster within seconds. Obviously, as we mentioned, automation is all time cutting process. It cuts down your timing of manually deploying all the actions, the features again and again. It's all automated simply. Your time is reduced. It's more efficient, it's more scalable, and most importantly, you don't need to physically manage anything. Simple, right? It's great. Like I have some helper, I have some assistant, I have an agent to take care of these things. Then showcase your work in hackathons and DAOs, which is decentralized autonomous organizations. This is very important because just learning a skill won't land you a job, right? Won't land your career. You need to showcase that. So the hackathons and DAOs, the technical meetups, everything, these are a great platforms to showcase your skills, to showcase your knowledge, to get a user base for your products. Also, you can land up investors for your products, co-founders for your products, and eventually you will unlock high impact roles. You will be on huge levels, just like the tech giants nowadays. Like Meta is one of the companies exploring Web3 a lot. So in such companies, you can surely land up roles just by uh, polishing your automation skills. Because in today's market, automation is not an option; it's a necessity. You need to know how to automate things. You need to know how automation works because these companies prefer that. Next up, we have how mastering automation can make you stand out. So automation cuts delivery timelines by 40 to 60%. So your products or your projects journey from idea to actual product, the go-to-market scenario, everything is literally reduced by 40 to 60%. The more time you spend on developing, that time is reduced, and the more time you can spend on deploying it in the market and after deployment scenario. Uh, let's say, for example, I am building something which takes me like what we can say 12 months, instead of which 40 to 60% average out. Let's take 50%. Instead of 12 months, 6 months, I need to build that product using automations. And just with that, in my 6 months of journey, my product is ready, and I'm very early to go to the market and meet the user expectations. Then from hackathons to full-time automation is your fast lane. So hackathons, as we rightly discussed, is very important, is very necessary to showcase what you have built, to showcase your skills, to get a user base, to get investors. So in hackathons, as we all know, like from those who have participated, uh, from what user experiences we have, hackathons. So whatever you build in hackathon, that's your idea, that's your project. But using automation, you can convert it to a product, from a vision to a product, from an idea to a product. Automation will help you achieve that, and eventually, much sooner, much faster way, you will land up in the market with that product. Next, developers with automation skills are two times more likely to land protocol roles. Of course, the protocols today which are built, which are hiring, they prefer candidates which have automation skills mentioned in the resume. As I rightly mentioned in the previous slide, today automation is not an option; it's a necessity skill. We like even if we are learning something, we plan to automate it. How can I, like if I have a duration plan, how can I automate the steps of that duration? Anything and everything around us can be automated, and that is necessary if you want to land up a job in today's market. And automation is all versatile, be it any track, be it decentralized finance, decentralized physical infrastructure, NFTs, DAOs, tokens, and decentralized social media, decentralized science. Every track in Web3 and blockchain can be and is automated. Every on-chain actions can be automated, and that is where Kwala will help you to achieve your targets, to achieve your goals. Yes, so the best part of the webinar is here, guys. Introducing Kwala. So Kwala is a Web3 workflow automation protocol. As I mentioned in the previous slide, we are a tool in blockchain and Web3. We automate smart contract actions and API calls. Kwala eliminates servers, cron jobs, and manual integrations. Kwala will basically ship production-ready workflows in minutes. So as you guys can go through these points, Kwala is one solution for all your problems. Kwala will help you with your project setup, with your project building, and your project deployment, everything under one platform. You don't need to go to multiple platforms to follow each and every step, execute each and every step. No, like Kwala will take care of it. It's a backendless, serverless tool which runs on a simple YAML configuration file. That's the one file, that's the one logic you need to build, and boom, like the rest of the things are taken care by that logic. The rest of the things are all automated. So we will be discussing that soon. So now that you guys have attended, now that you guys are here in the webinar, you all are already a part of the Kwala ecosystem. So welcome to the Kwala community. Yeah, so as we discussed previously, how Kwala is overcoming the current market limitations compared to other products. So let's have a small comparison. So deployment time in the previous products, as I given in the example, it was like 6 to 12 months. But with Kwala, it's hardly a couple of weeks. You don't need to, like the whole building procedure is cut down. It's all shortened to a couple of weeks. You don't need to do any setups. You don't need to do any integrations. You don't need to manage a lot of people, a lot of engineers, a lot of devs to build your products. Team size, traditional development, which took like 18 to 15 engineers, which again has a breakdown. A couple of devs for front end, for back end, a couple of devs for integrations, a couple of devs for smart contract and on-chain actions. So that was the scenario till date, right? But now that we have Kwala automation tool, all you need is 1 to 3 engineers. That's it. One engineer to build a front end for you, one engineer to build a smart contract for you based on Solidity, and the third engineer to build the backend logic, which is YAML. We don't have an actual backend. It's all a workflow that you need to build. So hardly 3 engineers, but for front end, smart contract, and YAML. That's it. You need 3 people to build a product. You don't need a huge team. You will need to manage that team. So this is what Kwala has achieved. This is what Kwala provides you, and this is really great. Technical expertise in traditional, it required a lot of huge technical expertise. Like Solidity was there, DevOps, full stack, and so many other tech domains you need to learn up, even cloud, cybersecurity, everything. But with Kwala, for building on Kwala, all you need is a basic YAML configuration setup. All you need to know is how a YAML logic file is to be built and deployed. That's it. One single file is all you need. You don't even need multiple files to integrate with each other or run with each other. That's it. And then infrastructure management. In the traditional development, it was a complex server setup. You had to make a lot of server setups, a lot of infrastructure integrations. Then again, like user to server requests were made. Sometimes even server got trafficking. So even we all know like a server is down. Like we face the scenario because it gets a lot of requests to process. But with Kwala, we have overcome this as well because Kwala is completely serverless. There is no server. You don't need to make any request to a server. You don't need to manage a server. It's all serverless, nothing complicated. A very simple infrastructure we have for Kwala. Security audits. So for traditional development, as you can see the huge figures, it's $50K to $100K external audits, which is really expensive. $100K is like what the President Trump is charging for the H-1B visa fees. So this amount is what the companies have to pay for external audits. Compared to that, Kwala has its own built-in verified execution, which the inbuilt features itself test and manage the application. The built-in feature verifies the execution. You don't need to go to some third party to get your project or product audited. Step-by-step code lines, nothing. It's all taken care by Kwala. Then ongoing maintenance, as you can see, traditional development is expensive with a 15K USD to 45K USD per month expenses, which is really expensive. And for Kwala, it's hardly minimal operation costs, all you need to bear. And it's really cheap. You can check all the details on the website. We will be sharing in the chat as well. And then the total 1 year expense for in a traditional development was 250K to 500K USD. Wow, that we all know that this is really a huge number to digest. But for Kwala, it's hardly 10K to $50K. That's like 50K compared to 500K. It's like 10% of what traditionally we were paying. Kwala has got it down to 10%. That's it. All we need to bear to build dApps and Web3 applications. Scalability, again, the traditional development was very complex. You need to manually scale everything. You need to manually manage everything. But Kwala, it's all auto scaling. It's all built in. You don't need to manually go in the system, go in the infrastructure, go in the network and manage. You don't need to. It's all built in and it's automatically scalable. And then multi-chain support for traditional development, if you want a multi-chain support in your app, you need to integrate multiple chains with the system, which is really complex. But for Kwala, we have a built-in multi-chain support. It's a native multi-chain support. We ourselves provide you a multiple chains to deploy on. We are compatible with Ethereum, we are Polygon compatible, Base, and many more chains. So all these chains we provide you on which you can deploy and integrate Kwala. Then time to market, as we had in the first point, traditional development, it took like 6 to 12 months for you to reach to the market. But with Kwala, it's dropped down to a couple of weeks. That's great, right? It's hardly a couple of weeks, that all you need. Then essential tools to kickstart your journey. We have QuickNode as a current automation tool, which works on oracles and cross-chain automation for real-world data. Then we have Alchemy, which is again no-code workflows to automate Web3 actions in minutes, similar to what Kwala does, but Kwala overcame a lot of limitations. Chainlink is reliable blockchain APIs and infrastructure for fast decentralized application building. And of course, we have Kwala, which works on developer platform plus SDKs to scale Web3 apps easily. Now, in the previous slide, we already discussed why Kwala and how Kwala is overcoming the limitations compared to these tools which we have in the market. So based on those comparisons, it's very clear that Kwala is your go-to automation tool. And as we rightly discussed in the beginning, automation is a necessity now. It's not an option if you want to go in the market and sustain in the market. So surely Kwala is your solution, your go-to tool. Again, we have a small comparison here, considering a lot of criteria which are, like really considered in blockchain Web3 applications. So setup complexity for Alchemy, it works on API integrations. QuickNode is again node setup. Chainlink is Oracle integrations. But Kwala, all you need is a small YAML file. It's a simple YAML configuration file. That too, even you don't need to build. You simply need to build a workflow where you need to pass the parameters. And when you build a workflow, which we will be showing in a demo as well, at the end of the workflow, the whole YAML configuration code file is created for you. You don't need to create a code from scratch also. Even that is taken care by Kwala. Like we are here to help you in every low code possibility. Next, the deployment time, as we discussed previously, Alchemy and QuickNode takes like hours to days, or Chainlink is like again days to weeks, but Kwala is like a couple of minutes. You like start building, you build a workflow, you pass the parameters, and boom, like deployed, done. Like I have a dApp created which automates its actions, on which it's deployed on a chain, and Kwala automates the actions which I wanted to automate, the frequently actions which I don't want to do manually. So this all is created in hardly a couple of minutes. There's no necessity to stretch the procedure. Technical expertise, Alchemy needs a lot of Web3 development expertise. Alchemy is a huge and complex product, similar to QuickNode, which needs a lot of blockchain API integrations knowledge, and Chainlink, which works on Oracle. Oracle, again, as you all know, Oracle basically gives you real world off-chain data to on-chain. So even that is really challenging and complex to integrate because you're fetching off-chain data for your on-chain applications. But again, these all limitations are overcome by Kwala. We don't need these things. You simply need a basic configuration, a simple workflow. That's all you need. The infrastructure management, Alchemy, it has a whole infrastructure which needs to be managed similar to QuickNode. And Chainlink has its Oracle network, which is, again, as I mentioned, it's kind of complex because like you guys can understand, right? Off-chain data, real-world data is getting on-chain. So it's really challenging to manage those things. But Kwala, again, Kwala is completely serverless. You don't need any backend. You don't need any infrastructure, any management. It's all serverless. That's it. A front end is all you need to build to interact with the dApp. That's it. That's it. And then customization level, Alchemy works on API endpoints. QuickNode supports node configurations. Nodes are basically devices which are a part of this system, this network. Even Chainlink has its own Oracle parameters which you need to pass so that you can customize the requirements as per your application needs. Kwala is a simple workflow logic. It's a simple logic. It's a simple file which you can customize at any moment. The parameters like let's say chain ID or source smart contract. These parameters can be edited anytime, can be customized anytime. It's very simple. It's hardly a couple of changes you need to make. Then use cases, the best part, for which we all uh, think from which point of view we all think, like use case, how and where I can use this. So let's jump to that criteria. Use case for Alchemy, it works on decentralized data access, decentralized applications data access. Then QuickNode works on high performance reads, Chainlink, Oracle services, and automations. But Kwala workflow automation, you can automate anything and everything. Any workflow in Web3 and or blockchain can be automated. Let's say, for example, we recently at Kwala built a new technical use case, copy trading. So let's say most of you guys must be trading around crypto or even in tokens and all. So the digital assets. So a technical use case built was that every time a whale, a big trader makes a trade, that will trigger an event, that will create an event, and that event will trigger an action via Kwala where you will get a notification. So imagine in this way, whale makes a trade. So this is an event. That event is recorded by Kwala and it emits a trigger. That trigger is you get a notification that, hey, so and so, let's say wallet address made so and so transaction, or so and so activity happened on Polscan or Etherscan. So this is a very innovative use case, because trading and all, we all know how great it is, and so many we have traders in this market for Web3 crypto digital assets. So similarly, there are n number of use cases for Kwala. Then cost model, Alchemy, it's API call pricing. Then QuickNode is a request per month tiers, which is kind of a subscription model again. Chainlink works on Oracle usage based, and for Kwala we have execution based. Like basically, every execution will cost you some Kwala credit points. That is how it works. And Kwala credit points are available on the Kwala platform itself. You can check out the pricing, and as per your requirement, we will be giving you the Kwala credits, which will be consumed. Great. So now I would like to hand over to Chirag for the demo and the presentation for our product.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know that if my screen is visible.
Perfect. I'll just stop sharing my screen. Yeah. Great. You can start sharing your screen, Chirag.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, Chirag. Good to go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So today I'll be presenting the demo on how to deploy and activate an automation for a sample dynamic NFT game using Kwala. So in this game, the user will have to just connect their wallet and rolls a dice to earn points. As the points increases during gameplay, the user's NFT automatically upgrades, completely managed through automations. So what's exciting is that developers don't need to deploy any multiple backend services to make such dynamic behavior possible. Now we will be going in the two phases. In first phase we will be creating the automation, and the next I will go through the front end demo. Then I'll show you that how we have integrated our automation and how the NFT is getting upgraded. So this is our Kwala platform, and once the user clicks on start building, you can see this thing, this whole list of workflows which are already deployed, and user will have to connect their Kwala.network with their MetaMask wallet. So user will have to just click on new workflow to create a new automation. So we have two options. One is YAML editor, another is workflow builder. User can also provide set of instructions in the form of YAML, or user can also fill up this form, like what is the alias, what is the trigger, the number of actions, action details, and what is the execution mode. user will have to just fill those in this form. So we will be going with the workflow builder. So I'll be using this workflow name for deploying our automation. Let's say I'm using an FT update workflow 1000. Then I'll proceed. Then I'll be entering the trigger configurations. So we are going with the dynamic NFT game. So for that, we will just use execute after as event, because based on the event, we will be making the actions. We will be triggering the actions. Then execute after is event, and we have to do repeatedly. Then we will be selecting as event. For that, for expired scene, we will be entering some future timestamp at what point we have to stop this automation. So let's say I'm entering some random value, random future timestamp. Then I'll be entering the trigger source configuration. So this configuration is from which contract we have to listen the events, and we have to fill up those details, fill up those contract details. Like this is the contract address, this is the chain ID on which this contract address is deployed. So I will be using Amoy as it is already deployed from our end. Then trigger event name, I'll be selecting add points, because based on the points we will be upgrading the NFT. Then we have to just upload the smart contract for fetching the ABI for us. So this is the already created smart contract. So here we will be adding the recurring source configurations, because we are using the same smart contract. Then I'll be uploading the same configurations. So that these details are fine. Now this is one more functionality we are providing. Like if your action is failed or having some error, or is it successful, so you can just pass this value, pass this server URL, so that you can also get the notifications, like what is the current status of that action. Now we have to just create the actions, what action we have to perform based on those triggers which we have configured previously. So we will be upgrading the NFT. So let me just provide the areas for updating NFT. Because it will be a smart contract call, so I'll be selecting this. On what smart contract I have to call this. So that smart contract address I have to mention. Then what function I have to trigger, I have to mention that. On what chain ID this smart contract is deployed. Here we have to pass those parameters which needs to be passed in this target function, because this is dynamic NFT gate. So we have created one functionality so that you can pass the dynamic values as well. So we have to just mention in the form of re.event, and re.event accepts some type of regex. So we will be passing two parameters. One is reading the user's ID. Another is reading the user's points. And all these are dynamic values. So I'll be going on the next step. Then I'll be selecting the execution mode. You can select any mode, because we currently in this workflow, we are going with one action only. So you can use any of them. So I'll be selecting parallel only. Now the workflow YAML is created. It is not deployed yet, it is not saved yet, it is not activated. So our YAML editor is also filled with the values which we have created in the workflow builder. Now we are having some functionalities like save, compile, or deploy. You can also create. You can also click on the save. Like let's say your tab is crashed, or your browser has crashed. So in that case, you can click on save, so that your workflow is already saved, so that you can use in the future also. So your workflow is saved, and if you go back to the dashboard, then you can also see your workflow. So here your workflow, here is your workflow. It is already saved. You can also compile it so that you can also check like if there is any mistake done in the YAML or not. So you can now deploy because it is completed now. Like your YAML is completed. Now you can deploy the workflow. So it starts deploying. Like you can see the status here. So for the time being, we have already deployed one of the automation. Now I'll be proceeding with the NFT game. Let me just share that tab. I hope it is visible, right? So this is our NFT game, which is already having one automation integrated. So in this, you can just connect your wallet. Let me just connect my wallet first. This is whole new wallet address, which is all not connected yet. So I'm just connecting it to my NFT game. Now, if I check the points of this user, it is currently 0. And NFT status, it is also not there. No NFT is assigned to this user. Now, if you try to roll this dice, then points will be upgraded, NFT status will be upgraded. Let's try to roll it. Okay. So we got 1 point. Now we will be trying to check the points. So on-chain points, we have got 1. Now the NFT status will also be upgraded. You might notice some delay while the NFT upgrade is processing. That's because the transaction is being confirmed on the blockchain. Yeah, now you can see your NFT status is upgraded to P2. Means you have entered in the game. Now we try to roll this dice some few more times. Okay, now it's 2. Let's try to roll few more times. 4, 5, 6. So once the threshold of the points reaches at some point, let's say 10 or 20, you can notice that your NFT status is upgraded. So let's try to check the on-chain points. What is the status of that? So current on-chain points is 18. Now we will check what is the NFT status. As I have already told, like you might notice some delay while the NFT upgrade is processing. So we can just try to recheck the NFT status. Okay, now it is upgraded. So our NFT status is upgraded from Pichu to Pikachu. Now if we try to roll few more times, let's say if we cross the threshold of 20, okay, now it's 19. If we try to roll few more times, right, it's just okay. We are getting very low number. So our status of on-chain points is now 22. We have crossed the threshold of 20. Let's try to check one more time if it's upgraded. Yes. Now our on-chain points is 26. Now try to check the NFT status of this user. Yes. Now our NFT status is upgraded to from Pikachu to Raichu. So, in summary, this demo highlights how Kwala enables developers to create fully automated event-driven Web3 experience like this dynamic NFT game without just managing traditional server complexity. So, yes, this is the demo from my end. Over to you, Sahil.
Perfect. So that was a delightful demo, Chirag. And I'm sure the audience was really excited to see Pokemon games. I read it in the comments, upgrade to Raichu, upgraded to Pikachu. So it was really engaging and it was really fun to watch this game. So guys, that was the demo for Kwala from our side. Now we will be moving back to the presentation. Just let me share my screen again. So guys, welcome back to the presentation. Now we will be having the AME, which we mentioned in the beginning. So you guys can drop your questions. You guys can raise your hands to unmute yourself and ask questions. We are here to address your questions. I can see a couple of questions in the chat. Let's address them. Okay, Manish is asking, can I get the recorded lecture? We will try, Manish. We will surely try to share one recorded lecture link to you, which you can go through again. Then Umang Singh has asked, any beginner-friendly project to build with Kwala? Okay, so Umang, there are many use cases. There are many templates to build on Kwala. We will be sharing the website link. So in the website, you can simply navigate to, like we have sample templates, which gives you basic product and project ideas, which you can explore to build. And also do join our communities, just like you, many young developers who are, like just have begun with the journey. They interact ideas, they interact projects. So even the links to those will be shared by Dhirendra. You are there in the team, right? You're there in the meet. Just kindly share the links to our communities. And just like I had mentioned an example, Umang, like you can create a copy trading application. Similarly, you can create, let's say, for example, a basic uh, wallet balance notifier. Just like every time like we all have a bank account, every time our uh, bank balance comes to a certain limit, to a certain number, the bank sends a message. Hey, so and so account needs to is reached to its minimum account balance level or something. So that you can do for tokens, that you can do for crypto and Web3. So there are a number of ideas and number of beginner-friendly projects to explore and start building with Kwala. Next, we have Hassan. How can Kwala help in decentralized data storage? So, okay, great. So Tushar from our team has already addressed it. Kwala helps in automation your task. It does not provide data storage. Yeah. So uh, if you're thinking something like IPFS term, so we are not an IPFS based tool or product. Like we are not into interplanetary data storage or data management as such. So rightly answered by Tushar. Thank you, Tushar. Then Yogesh has a question. How can automation help in scaling these centralized applications? Uh, so we had already discussed that. To elaborate it further, I would say just imagine a scenario that you have your own product which you want to get a good user base, and you need to, because it has a good user base, you need to manage a lot of things again and again. Let's say for example you have a gaming application in which a user plays a game, and or let's say one online edutech platform. Okay, suppose you have an edutech platform, and it works in such a way that every time I take up a course, I learn something and I make a submit, I give a test, you get it, or you get it to on your side at the back end, and then you need to manually check it, and eventually you need to give me marks or any rewards, any prizes, whatever the application provides. So you need to do these things manually. Instead, you can simply automate it. Like every time I make a submission to my edutech platform, it automatically, as per the let's say a test I give. So if the marks are further like beyond a certain limit, it will automatically give me my prizes or rewards. If it's simply below the certain limit, it will tell me, please take the test again, or simply explore this part, explore these points, take up this lecture again. So these actions, instead of you doing manually, you can simply automate it.
Yes. So automation can help you in scaling decentralized apps by removing just manual dependencies and streamlining, like how on-chain and off-chain components interact. So automation platforms like Kwala handle background tasks, such as as we have already shown you event history, and for that dApps can become self-operating. Also, so these are a couple of factors using which you can using which automations can help you scaling your decentralized applications.
Okay, that's quite a very good answer to the question. Next, another thing. Okay, so Tushar gave up a suggestion. You can try simple Telegram notification, as we rightly discussed in the previous question. Then Pratima has a question. Are there any common mistakes or misconceptions beginners should avoid when learning blockchain? Okay,
Let me
this is really interesting. Yeah, Chirag.
let me just answer this question.
Yeah.
So, what beginners think, like blockchain is a technology and cryptocurrencies are just one of the application of it. Not all the cryptocurrencies is equals to blockchain. So cryptocurrency is just one application. Like blockchain is blockchain can also be used in supply chains, healthcare, gaming, like we already showed, in identities, and in automating like in automations. So you can also use the automated platforms like Kwala. And there is one more thing you like beginners should also keep in mind. Like there is decentralization. Like decentralization means that is the most used term in the case of blockchain. So just go with these things.
Okay, that's a really very good explanation you gave. So next we have a question from Shantanu. What certifications or learning paths are recommended for career growth in blockchain automation? So Tushar has already answered it for us. Basic knowledge of blockchain, basic knowledge of Solidity. Yeah, like Shantanu, that's all it takes for you to get started with Kwala. You don't need a lot of expertise, as we also discussed in the presentation, where we had the comparison. For other tools like Alchemy and QuickNode, you need a lot of blockchain expertise. You need to learn a lot of smart contract knowledge, deployment, execution knowledge. But for Kwala, you don't need that. You can get started with the basics. That's all you need. So far, these are the questions we have got. Guys, any more questions from the audience? If there's some issue with the chat room, you can simply raise your hand and unmute yourself for the questions. See, if you want to ask anything apart from Kwala or apart from Web3 automation in general about blockchain Web3, please feel free to ask. Even that we're here to address. Okay, Shalini has asked, is there any YouTube channel where we can learn how to use Kwala? So very proudly, we have our own YouTube channel where we post our own Kwala deployment use cases videos. And even the link will be provided to that. You can surely check out that. Okay, we will be sharing that soon in the chat. Don't worry. You can explore the YouTube channel. It has a couple of videos how to build and deploy on Kwala. And it's kind of a guide to get you started. Yeah, so thank you for that, Mudit. So here's the link to our official YouTube channel. Just simply click it and start exploring. Any more questions, guys? What we are, like further planning at Kwala, any updates you would like to know about our product, about our team? Can you tell about Dora Hackathon? Okay, so Dora Hackathon is basically, Dora is just the platform. Like Dora Hacks, Hackathon are two separate things. Dora Hacks is just the platform on which Kwala has put up its own hackathon. You can simply go to the site, register, and like build and submit your product. Dora Hacks is all like so Dora Hacks is just a platform, and Kwala Hacker House is the name of our hackathon. Even the link is already here. Yeah, so Bhavesh has already shared the link for our in-person hackathon. Bhavesh, that's really thankful of you. If you could just add the Hacker House link also, it would be really helpful. Shalini, you can explore the link to get started with the Dora Hacks hackathon. Shivans, is there any subscription charge for Kwala? Okay, so this is a really a good question. We were really expecting this from the audience. So yes, Shivansh, we work on a subscription model. You can go to the Kwala website. We have a pricing button on the top right corner. You can simply check it out. It works on a subscription model on which like that is how you basically use Kwala to deploy your workflows. So we work on a subscription model, yes. The charges are out there as per your requirements. You can take up a plan. Also, we support customized plans as well as per your requirements and conditions. Nandu has asked a question. Are you going to add Aptos in future? Okay, a really interesting question. So as of now, we are all EVM compatible and we support all EVM based chains, all the chains which work on Solidity smart contracts. As most of you must be knowing, Aptos works on Move. But yeah, like maybe in future, surely we will take up Aptos as well as a part of our multi-chain support, just like we have currently the Ethereum Polygon base. So similarly, yes, like we will be planning about Aptos as well in the future. I know a little bit of amount of Web3, but still don't know any language yet. Should I still attend the hackathon first? Will it be helpful? See, you don't know is basically you don't know yet. At some point, you have to get started. And what can be a better scenario where you're surrounded by developers working on Solidity? You can take up basic Solidity and like basic programming knowledge around JavaScript. That would be really sufficient. But I would really encourage you, if you're getting started, you should surely be a part of our hackathon, because the environment where every person around you is building something, exploring some knowledge, a- at least you will get an exposure, like which knowledge is, which language is used for what, which language, like I need to take up to build this or build that, which language is compatible to which chain. Like Ethereum supports Solidity. Even on Kwala, we are EVM compatible with support Solidity. So similarly, you'll get exposure, and I think you should really join for the hackathon we are having on 1st November. Guys, we are here to address more questions as well. If there's an issue with the chat room, you can simply raise your hands or unmute your mics as well. Okay, let's do one thing. We will continue with our last couple of slides, and then we will get back to the questions. Sounds good? Great. I'll just share my screen again. So this is the last slide. Steps to avail free credits. As we had seen at the beginning of the webinar, we had mentioned that we are giving away free Kwala credits for you to like explore and build on Kwala. So to claim them, we have a very simple set of steps. First is go to Kwala network, then click on start building. Third is connect your MetaMask wallet, and make sure you share the exact same wallet address which you have used to connect to Kwala via MetaMask, and share that in the chat room, in the chat where we are having these questions, and we will be crediting to those wallet address up to 500 action Kwala credit points. So this is all you need to get started. See, like we are providing you everything you need to get started. We are providing you Kwala credit points to deploy on Kwala, which will be consumed when you deploy on Kwala. We are also giving away one Sepolia ETH to builders to get started. So Sepolia testnet faucets is what you need to run your Solidity smart contracts, the deployments on Ethereum chain. So even that we are providing. So we have the chain credits, plus we have the tool credits. So simply claim them, guys. Come on, start building and start exploring. You have a very good, you have all the necessary resources. If you need to arrange them, the blockchain developers must be knowing how challenging it is, to get and claim faucets. And one Sepolia ETH is so huge. Like we know, like we can make so many transactions with one Sepolia ETH amount. And 500 Kwala credits, like so many deployments on Kwala, so many workflows you can build and deploy. So we are giving away these things. Make sure you don't miss this opportunity. This is for limited time. It's on first come first serve basis. It's for the very early few developers. And afterwards, we will be charging for it. It will be like on, as the website mentions, it will be on subscription based model. So do these steps. I'll just repeat it for you. Go to the Kwala network website and click on start building, connect your MetaMask wallet. I assume everyone here knows what MetaMask is, or at least have heard about MetaMask and have a MetaMask wallet in your device, at least one account. Then share that account wallet address in the chat, and we will be giving away 500 tokens, action Kwala credit points. So do these steps in the chat. We will be recording those and crediting to those wallet addresses. Yeah, so that's the end of the presentation. This is where we call a day for our presentation. Rest, we are still here to answer your questions if there are any. Okay, so Shalini has asked another question. If you ever get problem in Kwala, is there a chatbot where I can leave your query? So great question, Shalini. We are here for your tech support. Our Kwala tech support team is always there to support you. We have an AI chatbot in the Kwala website as well. Plus, every time you get a question, we address them on Discord. Like I've myself addressed a couple of questions. So you can join our Discord server, you can join a WhatsApp community, our Telegram community, where you can ask those questions. You can, show us the doubts which you're having. Recently, Jamal, one of our users, had a question which I and Tushar addressed over Discord. So surely we have that platform for tech support as well. We will be sharing the links to that. Bhavesh, can you please help me with the links to those portals, to the communities, the Discord and WhatsApp group? Just give us a couple of minutes, guys. We will be sharing all the links. The Discord is already shared. It's already pinned by Dhirendra. You can simply start joining Discord and become a part of the, I won't say now become, you've already become a part of the Kwala ecosystem now. You guys have joined this webinar. You're already, we are already a community now. but let's just make it official, like just ping on the Discord channel. Okay, Nandu has shared his wallet address to claim Kwala credits. That's great, Nandu. You have started your Web3 journey using Kwala automations. Just give us a couple of minutes. We will be sharing the links to all of them. Tushar, if you could help with the links for the hackathon, the community and hackathon links will be shared. Like even if you join one group as of now, either WhatsApp or Discord, in that group we will be continue sharing the links. So it's not necessary that you miss one of the either links, and it's a loss for like one link is sufficient as of now. Further, through that medium, we will be sharing you all the updates. Perfect. Yeah. So Tushara shared the link for our Dora Hacks Hackathon, which is online, which is already live till 7th of November, which is like 3 weeks from now. So surely check it out, participate, build, deploy. Can we come up with starter to build project, or should go with scratch file?
So Nandu, you can try the workflow builder, or you can directly. What I would say, you can try the workflow builder. You just fill up the values, just fill up those things, and you can try to deploy any workflow. So yeah, that would be my answer.
Thank you for that, Chirag. Guys, any more questions? We have last couple of minutes before we call it a day. Bhavesh, are you there? Can you just help me with the WhatsApp and WhatsApp group link? The hackathon and the rest links are already shared by Tushar. If WhatsApp, you could just help me, it would be really helpful. Perfect. Guys, the WhatsApp group link is here. You can simply just click on it to become a part of the community. Similar to Discord, even the Discord link is here to join it. Then the YouTube channel to explore more about Kwala, how it works, how the use cases are built, some coding samples we have, some templates we have. And then do register for both our online and offline hackathons to compete for a prize pool of up to of INR 50,000 rupees. Make sure that you participate. It's a huge opportunity for you to learn. And eventually, if you showcase these things in your resume, you will surely land up with a good job. Like it's really something that will make you stand apart from your colleagues or batchmates. So do participate in the hackathons. Just if you have any more further questions, you can post them in the communities in the WhatsApp, Discord anytime. We are there to address you. And I guess as we don't have any more questions, it's 6:47. Thank you for being so patient, guys. I really enjoyed interacting with you with so much, good etiquettes you all followed without creating any disturbance, without creating any noise. All the mics were on mute, and very professionally you asked all your questions and doubts to the chat without creating a nuisance. So I really appreciate it. It was really delightful to interact with you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Chirag, for joining me today. It was great to have you. Another hand to help me here.
Thank you, Sahil. Thank you, everyone.
Great. So it's really great to have you guys. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Kwala community once again, and we will be seeing you soon in the next webinar, next series of hackathons and webinars which we are planning, which we will be executing soon. So until then, stay connected with Kwala. Thank you. Have a very good evening. Let's call it a day. Yeah, Pradnya has just one last question. So please share recording it. Yeah, Pradnya, we will be sharing the recording in the communities. Just become a part of the WhatsApp group or Discord. We will be sharing the link to the recording. You can fetch it and access it anytime. So I guess that's it for today, guys. Thank you.